Welcome to another episode of No Results, Only Excuses, where we talk fitness, nonsense and partial facts. My name is Matthew Bauman, and kind of always, just... Welcome to another episode of No Results, Only Excuses, where we talk fitness, nonsense and partial facts. My name is Matthew Bauman, and as always,
Courtney Dick.
And Jug.
Is your hair different colour today?
I cut my goatee this morning.
Oh, you look different.
oh, there we go.
Thank you. I trimmed it a bit with the kitchen scissors.
Did you?
Dangerous.
And then nice
He
and
looks
sharp.
different, eh?
He does look
Something
different.
about him.
I think it's the goatee.
It is.
Ah,
Look,
okay.
it's a little bit longer on the
Is it?
right hand.
Yeah, I know. I think the sun was on the right hand side and the shadow was on the left, so I couldn't get a good visual.
You look in the mirror or just in the microphone?
No, I was in the mirror, but the lighting only comes from the one side.
I use Terran's fabric scissors to trim my moustache because it starts going into my mouth.
Oh
Yeah.
man, mine was like in my teeth.
Should have left it to clean the teeth.
No,
With a bit of flossing.
Chelsea said the kissing experience was horrific.
That's not so nice.
It's been that way for the last 5 years. When I cut my hair, I just look in the microwave. It just reflects.
Microwave reflection.
Yeah.
Don't you have a nice mirror in your bedroom?
You cut your hair in the bedroom, they're all over the carpet and stuff.
That's just
So I
it's
cut
just
it-
phase
It blends in between the
Yeah.
carpets.
No. So I cut it in the kitchen, on the tiles.
Okay.
I suppose I do mine in our bathroom, so it just goes on the floor in the
Yeah.
bathroom,
Or in the sink.
and then it disappears.
Yes, it just blocks up that.
I scooped mine up and threw it in the toilet.
Oh,
I'm a little bit more respectful than you
Oh.
guys.
good.
Very good.
So today we
Alright.
have an unboxing of a new product that we have,
Yes.
and
New
we might as
product.
well start with that. Justin's holding it. What do you got there?
Well, I just unpackaged
Unpackaged.
a Revolution skipping rope
Yeah.
from Postnet.
Okay.
No.
Postnet makes skipping ropes.
No, Postnet delivered it.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay. I thought
Don't get me wrong, it came from Revolution Skipping.
Yeah.
And it's in a pretty neat packaging.
Yeah.
Clear packaging with some information on top.
Yeah.
Oh, what does it say?
What does it say?
It says your speedy way to fitness.
Oh, good. Yeah, I like that.
And
Clever.
couple of sub points: robust anodized aluminium handles. Don't know what that means.
What do you
Smooth bearing motion.
It's made out of aluminium. It says so right there.
Yeah, but what does anodize mean?
I think it's like coated, so it doesn't rust.
Partial fact.
Yeah.
Smooth bearing motion allows for triple unders.
Oh, I can't do that. Even
Ooh.
give me any rope, it won't work.
That's a cool point.
Hmm.
I think I would buy this rope if I was
Just to
really
say that.
struggling with like triple unders. I was like, no, this rope is like they've
Triple
tested
under
it.
one.
You
Okay.
can do triple unders.
Smooth bearing.
Adjustable cable to suit your style.
Always good thing.
Yes.
Find us on Facebook.
At what?
We've got a
Revolution
personal
Skipping.
message over there.
Ah.
it's
No Rex Podcast Oaks.
No Rex podcast Oaks. Okay, rip that thing open. Let's see.
I think the fact that they wrote No Rex Podcast Oaks means that we are not doing a very good job of introducing ourselves at the beginning of the show.
Yes. So,
To Matthew Bauman, Courtney Dick, and Jug.
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 Jaggy.
Or Jizz, or Justin Dick.
Well, his rope got messed up the other day.
Yeah, I did. I mean, the timing of this rope couldn't have been better.
He gave it to a drop-in and she tied a knot in it.
Yeah. Some German woman came in and tied the tightest knot in my rogue skipping rope. It's fucked.
Yeah. So thanks,
Nice Ziploc bag.
Revolution Skipping.
Very nice.
To keep your skipping rope dry.
I have some details about it. Should I say stuff?
Yeah.
This was started by Vaughan Drew with his brother back in 2014.
Lindsay
This
Drew.
product. Lindsay Drew. We know Lindsay.
2014 is 6 years ago.
Yes.
It's taken them a long time to sponsor us.
Design draftsman in aviation. I decided to make my own speed ropes.
Good. So he knows how to draw very well. And
What do
he's drawn this beautiful skipping rope.
Do you, as a draftsman in aviation, would you be like designing the wings and
Drawing aeroplanes,
just the airplanes?
hot air balloons,
Just drawing them, or for reason?
so they can build them eventually, I guess.
Could you please draw me a picture?
Not just for fun. It's like a little stick figure.
Does he build hot air balloons?
I think
He's
so.
draftsman.
He says aviation. It could be
Aviation.
anything. He could make hot air balloons.
Okay.
Oh.
So he's focusing on the personalization focus on these ropes.
Yes.
As in printing people's
Yeah,
names
so
on the
you print,
handles.
so you didn't mention that it is printed no results, only excuses. Or if you want, you could say only excuses, no results.
Yes. Or you could say juggle, juggle, swat on it if you really want to.
Can we feel it?
Or Courtney dick.
Yes.
Or Courtney dick.
Ah.
Just dick.
Okay.
Hey, and it comes with
Hold
the
your dick in
it
your
comes
right
with the
hand
Allen key.
and Courtney in your left hand.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's got a little Allen key, and it came with 2 ropes, 2
It's
cables.
spare cable.
2 cables.
That's nice.
I guess that's
Normally,
because
only
when you do enough double unders, the cable does tend to split.
one.
The plastic coating or the plastic sheath,
Yeah.
what you want to call it,
He says everything's done in house.
In his house.
in his
In
house.
his house.
Yeah, it's all done in his house.
Okay, here comes the prices.
Okay,
You boys ready?
I'm ready.
So prices are $350 for non-personalized ropes,
Okay.
Okay.
$410 for personalized.
Ah, that's not bad.
That was
Very
really
cool.
nice. He sent a 410 rand rope with personalized, the personalized rope and paid for post nets.
So
Yeah, thank you, Vaughan.
that was our biggest.
This is our
Yeah.
biggest non-sponsor
Of the sponsor of the show.
of the sponsor.
But
of the
we'll
show.
call them today's show sponsor. So thanks, guys.
Yes.
So I
Today's
want
show is sponsored.
I want to do a little
by
test on this
Revolution
rope.
Skipping.
Let's see.
Spin it.
Keep quiet.
Squeak, squeak, squeak. It spins.
Why does this one not spin?
This one, that one, because you're holding it.
No,
Its
but
own weight
look
is
at the
doing-
bearing. Ah, there we go.
There we go. You've got your finger strength going
It
now.
was a little bit rusty, but I think that was because of a bit of dust in the packet from Postnet.
From Postnet, yeah.
So both options come with a spare cable, Allen
very
key,
nice.
and a carry bag. So this always basically comes with it.
And a carry bag.
Did you guys say the carry bag?
No.
It's a nice little carry
Listen to that beautiful bearing. No,
There it is.
wait. There it is.
It sounds like Christmas.
bag. Every time.
Keep quiet. Yeah, that's a good spin.
That's a jingle bell
I
right
like-
there.
I like
That's the
this.
sound of a triple under.
Can we try and do some double unders with it?
Come, Courtney.
Is there
Grace us
space?
with your presence.
See if there's space.
Before you start, I like this what he said. He says, by no means the fastest rope out there, but it's not the goal. It's more than fast enough for most people.
Okay, let's see. Can I do double unders in this room?
Let's
On the
see.
carpet? Hey, it works.
Yes, sis.
It's
There we go.
It's a bit long for me. I'll make it a bit shorter.
You
but
did a
it
good
works.
job there,
Does
man.
it feel heavy? These are quite thick, huh?
They're nice thick cables, yeah. The handles are slightly lighter than my Rich Froning rope, like Justin's one that got messed up.
Mm.
But this is cool. I like
I
it.
cut mine to the perfect length, and then I took that epoxy glue that
Yeah.
goes hard, and just tightened the screw as tight as I could, and then put the epoxy glue all over it, so
Ah.
it'll never be.
And you can never change the
I can never
cable.
change it, yeah. But
Yeah.
I think I've done great.
What I did is I took a
So you didn't account for the fact that you're going to get a growth spurt at
Yes.
35.
I'm barefoot, so I'm just a little bit.
I hope it catches his toes.
Yeah.
Singles.
It works.
It works, go on, it works.
Skipping's fast. That's the best I've ever seen you skip, actually.
Justin's turn. Don't
Justin,
shoot
yeah.
yourself though.
Should I do a triple under?
Yes, do a triple,
do
yeah.
it.
Okay, let's
Do
see if this rope is
Do a triple under.
everything it claims to be. Okay. Move that chair. This is going to be wild.
Whoa.
Here we go.
Let's go with a couple of singles. Oi! 1 moment.
When we come in,
Thank you, Yonela.
What's that?
Justin got this
Special
little
delivery.
delivery, milkshake delivery.
Oh.
Alright, that just interrupted my triple under. So
Justin just got a smoothie.
got a fright. That's what I got.
There we go.
Hey!
Well done.
Triple under!
Yeah. That's proof. Well done. So thanks, Revolution Skipping. That's Justin's first ever triple under.
And partial fact, we've used approximately 3 kilometers worth of cable since 2014.
Oh, that's good. They made 1,000 ropes probably. Great, thanks guys. So we're going to use that. We're going to fight over who gets to keep this rope. But it's going to be me.
Where's my... We're fight, he's gonna take it, but I'll take it.
Good. Alright, so guys, check out Revolution Skipping on Instagram and tell them that we sent you, and we don't have a promo code, but it's cheap, so it's fine.
Yeah, tell them.
And yeah,
Say thanks.
that's a good rope. Thanks guys, Revolution Skipping. In the news today, Uganda's Joshua Cheptegei smashes the 5 kilometer world record. Hey Justin, what's your 5 kilometer PB?
19 minutes, 16 seconds.
That's useless. Matt, what's your 5
I
kilometer
think
PB?
it's high 19s.
High 19s?
Yeah, so
So
I
you
don't
guys
actually have it.
I think mine is about 24 something. But this 23-year-old man, Joshua Cheptegei, he ran it in 12 minutes and 51 seconds. This is pretty fucking quick. And he took 27 seconds off the record, which was actually set last month.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I watched that video.
Yeah.
That man is like a gazelle.
Yeah.
Is he super lean?
He's lean.
Long?
His stride length is something like I've never seen before. He's like, what's the word? He's on his 4 foot all the time.
Mm.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
What does he do when he finishes? Does he crumble to the floor?
No.
He just put his hands up in the air.
Just carries on going.
Looks like he can go for another 5Ks.
Oh,
Yeah.
it really hurts. I mean, I did this years ago.
It's like
At
a
the
string
same-
beat.
At the reservoir.
Mm.
Did you do your PB recently?
No, my PB was back in... I ran in 1952, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
1948. I ran 2 weeks ago. But my best was before I started CrossFit, when I was a little bit
mine
leaner.
was those
a little
times
bit lighter.
when we were at 360 and I was
Do you remember
leaner
those
and-
days where we used to go lift at the bog, and then afterwards
Yes.
we said, we don't feel like we got enough of a workout, so we would
Go
do a
for
5K run or
Or
something.
a run or something, yeah.
Hmm.
It's definitely much leaner then. I probably looked like Joshua
Cheptegei.
Joshua Daw.
Joshua Daw.
And he was wearing the fancy Nike Vaporflies.
Ah,
The
no
pink
wonder.
ones.
No
It's,
wonder.
Is that the one that breaks world records?
Yes, you have to wear
We
it.
have to get a
And
pair. Actually, Nike, send us some and we'll test them for you.
yeah,
Sure.
I think they're like $400, which is just ridiculous
It's
amounts
fine.
of money.
Nike will send them for free.
But yeah, they've got money.
Vapor flies.
The
Like,
Vaporflies, yeah.
that just makes me think of a sweaty housefly
Mm.
sitting on my roof.
It's got a bit of
Buzzing
vapor coming
around.
off it, like green fumes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those big beady eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what the shoe looks like.
Yeah. So there's the same ones that Eliud Kipchoge wore, and the ones that everyone's complaining about.
Yeah, so there's controversy about it.
Yeah,
Right
it makes
now.
you really, really fast.
Mm.
Yeah.
It make you like 2% faster.
But well done, Nike. Now everybody thinks they need to buy a pair of Nike Vaporflies.
Yes,
there
I'm
we go.
getting
Yeah,
one.
good.
It's all about the money.
It's going to take my
Good work.
5K from 24.5 to 24.10. So it'll be worth $400. So that's all the news. You got more
No,
news,
I got
right?
a little bit.
Oh.
This is going to be out by... Obviously, this goes out next week. So, but the new Norwegian CrossFit Championships just happened.
Oh yeah?
Did you watch?
No,
No.
no,
Did
didn't
you
watch
watch?
anything.
I watched a little bit.
I also watched very little because there was no big names there really.
Oh,
Nikolai Billedal.
Oh jeez, I don't even know
Who's
that
that?
guy.
He's the fittest in Norway.
no, he's
Oh,
bad.
is that?
That's his claim to
And
fame.
then the one cool thing was their first event was a snow run.
Yes, that looked pretty
I would
cool.
have loved to have tried that out.
Did they wear snowshoes?
I just
They looked like they
Some of
wore
them
like
they were just wearing
grippy
From
shoes. You know the
head to
shoe,
toe.
the shoes that I bought from Cape Union Mart
Mm.
to go do the run in Iceland.
with the big lugs on.
Yeah, those big lugs I think would have been more suitable for the snow run.
Ah.
In retrospect, I actually think I got sold down the river with those shoes. They actually made the run in Reykjavik harder because there wasn't any snow on the trail. It was
It's
just
a
like
normal trail.
it was
wasn't
just a normal trail with lots of ice in the distance.
it?
You know what I mean?
A little bit colder than
A
usual.
little bit colder than usual. So I was a bit disappointed about that.
Okay. Well, I
Um,
wish they wore actual snowshoes, the ones that look like tennis rackets. That would have been very entertaining.
It's just been in the works.
Yeah.
So the winner was Gabriella Mgala.
Didn't she win?
Yeah, she's apparently she's done the most sanctionals and the most wins so far, or something like that.
Didn't she win last week?
She was
month?
at Strength in Depth.
Yeah, she's
and
been
she
to a lot of them.
did very well
She's
there.
killing it.
Yes, we spoke about it.
So she's already qualified. So
She's a
that
teen. Or was a teen.
is she a teen?
I was also a teen once.
Is
Justin,
she-
thank
is
you.
She was a teen recently.
Justin with these.
She just transitioned out of the teen division.
Justin with these incredible facts.
She is she going out with Horvath's brother? I mean,
Yes.
Laura Horvath's.
Yes. Yes.
Christoph.
Christoph.
I think we spoke about that as
Single,
well.
yes.
Yeah.
So the winner that gets a game ticket is Sana Venalainen.
Oh.
VNALANEN, but the ALA has little cuppies on all of them.
Oh, that's a lot of difficulty.
Oh no, the two
Control
A's though.
Alt
Venalainen.
F9.
Okay, let Courtney have a try.
You have to press Control Alt F9 before you type a name. Vinalainen.
No, that's wrong.
Vinalainen.
How do you know?
Vinalainen.
Venalainen.
But what are you guys doing to the A's?
Like
Ah.
nai in Afrikaans. Ai.
Aye.
Venalainen.
He's made it into a Viking.
Just pretend you're doing this with your tongue.
So let's record that for the listeners. Love that.
Try that. Try to say it like I suggested.
It's perfect.
Well done. Well, I'm so glad that
That
she
was
won.
a bit more visual than audio.
That was what we were hoping for. Sorry, guys, if we forgot this isn't on YouTube yet.
Okay, so the winner of the male side is Griffin Rula. And guess who that is?
No.
That is the real CrossFit Thor, Justin. From CrossFit Douala. Remember him?
CrossFit Thor,
Really?
man.
Yes.
Douala.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Well, I don't know if he's from CrossFit Douala, but he was on the team. I don't know if he's still
Rangers.
there.
Yeah, the Douala
But
man.
the guy that we always talked about, because he looked like little Thor man, and
Yes.
he looked like you, big version of you.
He's thick, eh? You can snatch 140, I think.
Well, one of the videos Richard Warble sent me, he cleaned 183 kilos.
Fuck.
And it was
Jeepers.
kind of recently. And it was after what?
Does this oak weigh more than 100 kilos?
Well, I'm not sure, but he
That's
did
big.
come dead last in event 1, which
The
was
running.
the snow run.
You're saving him.
Right, well, that does say a lot. It does say a lot. What I was going to say was, are you done?
Am I done?
Are you done with your news insert?
Are you in a hurry?
I wanted to say something.
Okay, I'm. That is it for that news report.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had enough. You bored of that news.
Oh no, I was just wondering if I can say my piece.
Yeah, I'm fucking done. Okay.
Jeepers.
So I was watching Buttery Bros last night, and they were documenting an event called Fittest Freakest in Spain. Have you heard of that one?
Oh yeah, this is I know this one. I
And
watched this one.
what I thought was really cool is that the whole concept of their competition originated out of like a small space in a shop, which was I think registered as a box. All right, but what would happen is to draw people into the shop, they would have like wad-offs.
Okay.
So like Courtney as a box owner from the suburb down the road, and then Matt as a box owner, you would like rock up on a Saturday afternoon and you would have like a showdown
Little competition.
in that space to draw people in and create a vibe. And they took that and they like blew it up and turned it into a competition.
It became a thing.
Where like the way they present their competition is like your team versus my team, you know, but rather than a whole field of teams going at the same time, it's almost like a showdown.
Yeah. Like the grid games.
Yeah, almost like that. Yeah, but it was
Grid
quite
league.
cool. They did like a team Amanda, so
Ah.
the whole team was doing squat snatches and the whole team was doing muscle ups.
And was this the first time they had the big fancy names come there and be the coaches of each team?
Yeah, that was so cool. So I think this was like a new concept, but Matt Fraser, all the Nike sponsored athletes, because it's a
Yes,
Nike
the
sponsored
Nike,
event.
yes,
Sarah?
Sarah was
Sarah.
there, Noah Olsen,
Hogberg?
Lucas Hogberg, Matt Fraser. They were all there, and they got to be the coaches of a team from a random box.
Oh.
The funny thing is, these mainly American athletes, Sarah and Hogberg from Sweden, Sarah from Iceland, they were like speaking English, and the Spanish community was like, no English.
No.
I don't know what you're saying. All I know is
Just
your name
go,
is Noah Olsen.
Just
No,
left, go.
No
Just let
comprende.
go.
No
So-
comprende.
Yeah, just with all these sanctionals going on, it's pretty cool to see like a competition that's blown up and recognized and sponsored by Nike, still sort of prioritizing the community, you know. And I thought that was pretty cool to watch.
That's
Cool,
cool.
go give it a watch.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna watch that. I don't usually watch these Buttery Bro videos because it's like just them jumping and like, hey, roll the footage. And it's like, oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Let's talk
I
about
must.
the intro.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
must say that I think they do need to diversify their offering. Like I did watch about 10 episodes, and then I had to have a rest for about a month
A break. And
before I went back, because it does get a little bit repetitive.
Just like the CrossFit movie that's coming out.
Yes, it's like a duplicate. Well, the trailer looks the same.
It's out.
Is it out?
Is it
already?
I think it came out yesterday.
Is it a free YouTube video? Or
I don't think it's free, but I'm sure people will rip it soon.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna.
Yeah, someone will rip it.
What do I think about that?
Put on a CD. Oh, you love it. You hate that video.
I hate that video.
Before we carry on, I wanted to know.
If
Do you
I'm
have any
done.
idea how you're fucking done? Why is the Nike sponsored guys such an odd handful of people? Like, why does Hogberg fit into that group, or Willie Georges,
Or even Guilford daughter.
Guilford? Is she in that group too?
I think so.
How do you
Or Helga
how do you
daughter,
get
one of them.
sponsored by Nike? But their Wellner's not in there, or Fukowski.
Man,
They were
who
probably
knows,
with Reebok. But then Matt's there. But then there's Hogberg. Did Hogberg come third?
Didn't he come in the
Yeah.
podium?
Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
He's the podium. But then the girl he said no, Guilt got it.
I think it was Guildford. Also.
Eek.
Is it Eek? Oh,
Yeah.
she's never podium.
No.
I wonder how it
Either they know
works.
someone who knows someone,
Yes, no, just get me in, Nicky.
or
Sort me out.
or Nike sponsored them because they embodied some what do you call
Like
it?
a really
Characteristics.
good
that
letterhead on their email.
Oh, maybe.
Or maybe they're the top people in their country and Nike wants to like get into the country.
Get in there.
Because Nike sponsors Jason Smith as well, and he's not a games winner, but he's good.
But he doesn't seem like that high tier sponsorship.
Yeah, well, you never know what Eek is getting. She's probably getting one pair of
Maybe
shoes.
she's just more on. But there's like Fraser, you can see he's got it all.
Yes.
Someone must send us a message.
Tell us how we can become a Nike sponsored podcast.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
And then Justin next, he needs to be sponsored.
Yes.
But then our tagline would have to be, just don't do it.
Just don't do it.
Copyright. And that brings us straight on to our main topic of the day. Do you remember what it is, Just?
Our main topic of the day.
Yeah.
So, I do believe that we discussed it,
Yes.
and we agreed that we were going to talk about how to get strong.
Ah, it's come to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So we're going to talk about how to get strong today. Justin's going to tell us all about it. What is a strength, Matt?
Strength, force production. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Why are you crying?
Did you say force equals strength minus acceleration?
I read the.
What did you say?
I read the little beginning piece of it, and then it goes ... Force equals. Oh, I lost it. What did I say?
Yes.
Force equals mass times acceleration, which
Yeah.
I'm assuming force equals strength.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
I think so. I think being strong is producing force.
Mm.
Am I right?
So, is that science or was that you?
That's grade 10.
grade 10.
Yeah.
Jeez, I don't remember that
You
far.
remember F equals MA?
No.
You don't remember that?
Mm-mm.
Okay, you guys need to go back to school. But at school
All
there's
Matthew heard what you say right now is
This is MA because it's the
is
start of my name.
MDMA.
there's MDMA. Force equals MDMA. The more MDMA you have, the more force you can produce.
Force you can get.
Yeah.
It's not entirely incorrect.
Yeah. So force equals mass times acceleration, and if you're really strong, you can move a heavy weight, and the heavier the weight you move, the stronger you are, the more force you're producing, and
cool.
you're strong.
I'm not going to disagree.
Take strength,
No,
add
so-
speed. What do you get?
Impulse. I don't know.
You get power.
Oh yes, that's good.
Does power fall under strength?
What is the formula for
Because
power
you can be
again?
strong and slow
The
and produce a small amount of power.
Yes. If
Or you
move
can
it-
be strong and fast
if you move
and
it really
produce more
slowly.
power.
Yeah. So I watched a video by our friend Steffi Cohen, who we spoke about a few weeks ago.
He's actually Latin American according to Sarah Heaney.
Venezuelan apparently.
Oh, sorry, Venezuelan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
that's
is Latin
school.
America, is it not?
Yeah, same as Shakira.
Oh,
No. Where's Shakira from? I don't know.
isn't she from...
Puerto Rico.
Oh, I don't know.
Venezuela.
But I think she's definitely
Cuba.
fantastic.
Yes. The Waka Waka. So,
One of my favorite songs.
really, this brings back memories for you.
I love that song. You know, I'm not a big soccer fan, but that song
sing it
just
for
brings
us.
back
We don't, Courtney and I don't know. Sing
Waka
it for us.
Waka, eh,
Samina mina.
Sabaleka,
Yes.
Ramaphosa.
It's 100% correct. So, Steffi was saying, and this is a little bit of science for you guys, she was saying that muscles shorten because of chemical reactions. And it's either breaking or creating bonds, I can't remember which. But slower movements mean more time for your muscles to create these chemical reactions and to produce force. So you can produce force by sprinting, for instance, but because it's so quick, you don't have time to break a lot of chemical bonds, and so you produce less force.
So she's saying the chemical bonds like during the actual
The contraction, yeah. So when you're squatting and you're moving weight, you're breaking chemical bonds in your muscle, and that's what's making your muscles contract.
So she's suggesting that you should do more negatives.
I think she's suggesting you should move more slowly.
Yes, so more negatives, more slow eccentric work, so that the body has more time to
Produce
break
force.
more chemical bonds,
Yeah.
and then in the future create more force.
Yeah.
There we go. That's the show.
That's it.
So that's it.
That's all you need
Thanks
to
for
know.
listening.
Thank you.
So, and I think that goes back to that what we've always thought of, like if I want to get really strong, should I lift lighter weights 20 times or should I lift 90% of my 1 rep max 3 times.
Mm.
And I think what Steffi's saying is that in order to produce force, you need time
And attention.
Yeah, and you should be lifting heavier weights so that you have more time to produce that force.
Righty.
Which makes sense.
If it's lighter weights, is it the general idea that you get bigger but not stronger?
Yeah, I think so.
Lots
Okay,
of light
so what
ones
she's
for
saying
reps.
is, if Matthew has 2 dumbbells in his garage and he wants to build bigger biceps.
Yes.
No, that's
No,
wrong. He
no,
wants to
no,
build
no.
stronger biceps.
Stronger bicep, yes.
He should.
Let's say that
He
first.
should, rather than doing 3 sets of 10 quick bicep curls to get it done out of the way, he should do 3 sets of 3 reps with a 10-second negative.
Heavy eccentrics.
How about that?
What is eccentrics?
Lengthening of the muscle under tension.
So when I'm doing a bicep curl, the eccentric is when I'm lowering the weight.
Yes. Well, not always lowering,
Yeah.
but when the muscle fibers are lengthening under tension,
Yeah. So in a squat, when is the eccentric?
is on the way down.
And in a bench press?
On the way down.
And in a curl, it's on the way down.
On the way down.
And in a shoulder press,
On the way down.
is there any time when it's on the way up? Push up.
I'm sure there is.
A push up, it's on the way down. A handstand push up, it's on the way down. Is there any time when it's not on the way down?
This is a good one to investigate, but I'm sure that the principle is not like universal.
Yes.
I'm sure of it.
Someone's going to find an exception. But for now, we've discovered something new in science.
There we go.
I'm saying it's not always on the way down.
And we got it recorded down.
Yes.
There we go.
So, yeah, we published that in the British Journal of Sports Medicine. Yeah. So, exercise selection we wanted to talk about. If I wanted to get really, really strong, what sort of exercises should I be focusing on?
Oh, well,
Compound
before we carry on,
movements.
so were you going to say earlier though now if I did it fast, would my biceps get bigger?
Oh, bigger.
Hypertrophy.
That's a different topic of conversation.
Yes, but just give a quick...
But it might promote more blood flow into the muscle,
Mm.
which at higher volumes could be better for hypertrophy.
Yeah. I think the blood flow does promote hypertrophy, however you say it. But slightly lower percentages and more reps generally, I think, promote hypertrophy.
It would be over quite a while.
I like this discussion because if you wanted to get strong fast, I think a lot of people would naturally steer clear of like the minimum effective dose that you would have to be exposed to create a strength stimulus.
Yeah.
Like literally, like you can create strength with 3 reps.
Yeah.
But I think that you've got to be quite targeted and focused on those strength principles. Listen, negatives is one way to get strong, but maybe a deeper question is if we were to prioritize returns on investment, like which one would be better?
Yeah.
Pauses, negatives,
And just the normal speed.
normal speed, versus normal speed,
Yeah. So I think it's accepted that you can move more weight in the negative, the lengthening portion of the lift, than in the concentric, pushing away or the shortening portion of the lift, and you can hold the most weight in the isometric. Yeah.
It's the isometric, what the phase of the play
That's
where
the
it's
pause.
zero.
Yeah.
That's the pause.
Just the
So
pause.
zero.
Yeah.
That's
point.
when the muscle is contracting but not lengthening or shortening.
Sometimes the point of no return.
So it's like the difference. So if I grab Courtney's arm like this and I squeeze as hard as I can, that's an isometric contraction.
Yeah.
But if I pull him towards me
Yeah.
for a kiss,
Yes.
that would be a
Carry on.
concentric.
Concentric. Yes.
Oh, they're kissing right
It's
now.
getting
But if he
scared.
pulls away from me,
And that's it.
that's eccentric.
Ah, we got it. If only we had a video camera.
See them kiss. They didn't get married last week.
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
So let's go back to that exercise selection we spoke about.
Yes.
The best exercises to get strong. What do you think, Just?
Compound movements, man.
Yeah, what's that?
So that's like full body exposure, squatting, deadlifting, bench pressing, pull-ups,
Yeah.
that type of movement.
I think it's when you use more than one joint, probably. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So arms, legs, core, the whole package.
Yeah. and you can generally move more weight in the compound exercises than
isolated movements.
Yeah, you did some bicep curls last night, Matt.
Night before.
Did you get up to your 1 rep max squat in your bicep curls?
No.
Not quite.
What did squats last night?
Interesting though. What was your go-to on the bicycles? Like a regular 3 sets of 10
failure.
till failure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
And did you find that
It was light. It wasn't heavy.
Okay.
I was getting big, not strong.
Okay. All right.
No,
That is all about the
I did not go
aesthetics.
in with anything. I literally put YouTube on or left a video on. I think it was by Three Bros,
Mhm.
and I stood in the lounge.
And you
Just
just
did
doing
curls.
curls and presses.
until
And I
until
did the reverse curl press that Dan Bailey
Oh,
does.
Dan Bailey's one.
Yeah.
That's a nice one.
reverse
Yeah.
curl press like this
Yeah,
Yes.
press.
with an empty barbell.
No, I think it's 25 kilos.
Yeah. It's not
I think
bad.
So. I think so.
No.
That's
not
somewhere
bad.
around there.
Okay.
But last night was squatties.
And
Also, it's very light. I think I did like 15 reps at 115
What time did you start training?
At 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Do you know that at 11 o'clock I started doing 7 rounds of 15-second L-sits and 10 V-ups?
cheapers.
Yes, I was sweating.
You should probably
When
be
I had a
sleeping.
shower-
Cooking.
When I had a shower at 11:30, Chelsea said to me, "You know, Justin, we seriously got to talk about this." I just fell asleep, and now you wake me up with showering and clanging and banging. What is going on here?
You
It
should
is
just-
cooking at night.
That's it. I'm getting strong.
Getting stronger.
You should have just swum in the pool.
I wanted to, but we have a sensor by the pool, so
Right.
every time I try and sneak out, it goes beep beep.
Justin's living in a trap.
Chelsea, no, it's a
You can't do
fucking trap.
anything.
I can't do anything.
Just always watching.
Yeah.
I saw you online last night. It wasn't you then. It was
It
Chelsea.
was me. I looked for you,
Yeah,
and
was
as I
there.
came online, you went offline.
Oh, that was very late.
Yeah, that was like 11:30.
Jeez, yeah, that was like bedtime.
It was after your L-sits.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. So, the second rule of exercise selection is that you should use your accessory lifts to build supporting strength and to also strengthen your tendons.
Mm.
I think we've seen a lot that people like start a program, like a squat program, and they start squatting heavy, and then their tendons are not ready for it, and then they get injured.
And they explode.
Yeah.
And then they have to spend the next 3 years doing accessory work.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think an example of this would be like good old school frontal raises, lateral raises, upright rows, single arm rows, even like single arm presses, overhead carries, those sorts of things. They create an environment where the athlete is allowed to focus on posture and setting joints in correct positions and allowing their line of action to be emphasized more than worrying about getting the weight up, you know.
Yeah.
Like in a power clean or a push jerk, it's tough because you're working both sides of the body simultaneously. It's tough to identify if your left arm is slightly out of alignment compared to your right arm, or your pressing action is right side dominant. Like, it's tough to address that. So when you use your accessory lifts, especially one arm, one leg work, you can really like zone in on perfection.
Yeah.
And like you say, stabilizing the joint and the ligaments and tendons, and,
Yeah.
and creating what do you call it, like secondary strength.
Yeah, yeah, and also doing some bodybuilding with that secondary work. Like, bigger muscles doesn't necessarily mean that you're much stronger. Like, there's some very tiny people who can lift a lot of weight, but I think a bigger muscle does have always the potential to be stronger. So include some of that hypertrophy stuff into there.
Yes.
And then the third one, that's, I don't know if it's controversial or what, but do you need conditioning to become stronger? Like conditioning as in like aerobic work. Do you think you need that? Like, I'm just trying to be a really strong guy. I want to be strong and look good on the beach.
I think you should ask Eddie Hall.
So yeah, can you handle a squat session?
Yeah.
Without your heart?
Without having decent conditioning.
I think
Yeah.
think there's an unavoidable element of conditioning that comes with any strength training program.
Yeah, such as
I think the question is, how much of a conditioning effect are you creating? And you can answer that question by looking at how long your rest intervals are between sets. The shorter the rest intervals, the larger the aerobic effect on the body.
Yeah.
The bigger the rest intervals, the greater potential of like cooling down mid-set and actually creating no conditioning effect on the heart.
Yeah. But
and lungs for that matter.
If you just want to be a strong guy, do you need to go and run and ride a bike and do stuff like that?
I don't think it's mandatory. No.
It'd be a nice thick man.
No. Okay.
Can I interject with a cool story?
Yeah.
Eddie Hall is currently challenging Dan Bailey's Grace World record.
I was just thinking about that now.
Did you see that?
Because the first thing I thought about it is him going for it and thinking, well, he's going to get tired.
So the question is, does he have the conditioning for it? And most people are saying no, he's going to train for it, which he's doing right now.
Yeah.
Even though his strength is way superior than that of Dan Bailey, the question is, in that 1 minute time domain, how much conditioning does he actually need to beat the world record?
So Grace is 30 clean and jerks for time at 61 kilos?
Yeah.
Correct.
Which is super light for Eddie Hall.
Yeah.
You probably do it with one hand.
So if he has a little bit of conditioning, he should be able to take it.
If he trains for it, he should be able to do it.
So the video that I watched, what was that, him practicing?
That was him practicing.
Oh, yeah.
And I think the issue there, that what I felt was going to be his biggest issue, was his range of motion, his flexibility and mobility to get the bar to his shoulder to complete the clean before the jerk.
He's actually just lifting it overhead.
He's actually just muscle cleaning it and push pressing.
Because he's like pulling it up and just twisting.
It's insane, but again, I think it'll be an awesome feat for him to be able to do.
Yeah, I think he'll do it.
I think he's capable.
Yeah.
I wonder if Dan replied.
I don't think Dan's gonna necessarily
capitalize on it, get some followers.
Yeah, do a whole little video together and get some hype.
Yes. Listen, when he set that world record, he was in his prime. He had a room full of people standing around him, screaming at him, cheering for him.
Just like a typical Justin Swart training session.
Yes. Very similar. Weapons grade.
Yes. Okay, so programming to get strong. How many times a week would you say you need to work out to get strong, Matt?
7 times a week.
7 times a week, Justin?
To get strong, 3 times a week.
3 times a week. I would say the same. Like, I don't think you really need to do much more than 3 times a week to get really big and strong.
I just said 7 for fun.
Oh, fuck. I thought he was really going to do it.
No, I said 7 because it's 7 days.
I say 3
times
times a week because that allows you to train with slightly heavier loads and higher intensity, and then factor in a good solid 36 hours of recovery between sessions.
Yeah, I think so. And the most important principle for me when if you had to program for yourself is progressive overload. And do you remember our friend who won't be named, his model of progressive overload?
Oh, wasn't it that linear?
Yeah, that
training?
Linear. There was a guy that we used to know.
Lord.
And he was like, okay, this week we're going to squat 100 for 2 reps, and then next week we're going to squat 100 for 3 reps, and then the week after that 100 for 4 reps. And that was his version of
that was his
progressive
program
overload.
that he was paid for.
I actually think some of the linear progression was more like 5 reps at 100, 4 reps at 120, 3 reps at 140, 2 reps at 160, 1 rep at 180.
Yeah.
If he was really creative, he would do a 1 little deload week.
Yes.
And then he would jump you up again.
Yes. Deload? What? Deload?
Yeah,
we don't deload here.
That's to create muscle confusion, like we spoke about last week.
We just kill people.
We just kill people.
Yeah. So don't be that silly. But I think a better way to do to increase the volume would be like to say, okay, I'm gonna do 5 sets of 5 at 100, and then next week I'm gonna do 4 sets of 4 at 110, and then change it up that way. But always make sure that the volume goes up over time.
Listen, linear progression can work.
Yeah.
But it's more effective when people start training.
Yeah.
Because they have so much room for improvement.
Yeah.
And so much chance to allow the body to adapt to stimulus that it hasn't been exposed to before. That often, I think somebody that doesn't know what they're doing would assume that is the answer to everything.
Yeah.
But as your body becomes more conditioned, it needs more advanced programming.
Yeah.
Like we spoke about earlier.
Yeah.
Negatives, pauses, tempos, all sorts.
But do you think people go to that kind of stuff too quickly? Like instead of just getting in there and squatting 5 by 5?
Like Matt, you and I can vouch for it. Remember back in the day, we actually had no programming experience per se, But someone told us 5x5 Island is a good place to go.
And then just go nuts.
So you go to 5x5 Island.
Mm.
Week 1 you do 5x5 back squats at 100. Week 2 on the island you do 5x5 at 110.
Yes.
And if you're unsuccessful, you come back the next week until you tick off 110.
Yeah.
And when you're
No,
done
you fall off,
110,
you
you
keep
go
going.
120.
Cheapest.
And when you start hitting a plateau, then you start reducing the load and you start looking at other ways and means of creating a change.
Yeah. That sounds funny, but it probably works. Especially when you're newer, like you say.
It worked for us. We
Yeah.
just did 5x5 back squat, front squat, deadlift, press,
Yes.
go home.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. So we've spoken about volume, which I think is really important. We've spoken about hypertrophy, which I think is really important. And you touched on the thing I wanted to say next, which is actually when you hit that inevitable stall, like what should you do? You take the volume down?
If you hit a plateau, you've got to realize that your body's become numb or over aware of what's going on. So you probably want to just change the stimulus completely.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
time for the muscle confusion.
Time
Yeah.
for confusion.
There's different ways of doing it. You can just do different movements. You can, like we said, slow the movements down, go lighter, do higher volume. You can take an approach of shock therapy or shock tactic, and instead of doing your very standard increase by 5%, increase by 10%, you go like up by 40%, and your body just goes like, what the fuck was that? Walk around like a cowboy for a few days, and then you go back down to something a little bit more manageable.
Yeah.
Is that all it takes? Eh? Just a quick confusion, or
Sometimes I think like that little bit of jump, like just to shock your system, like Justin says, it helps. And sometimes all that you can do is just take a big deload, like just take a week or two and just cut back the volume a lot. What do you think about? What do you guys think about getting stronger while doing as much conditioning as we do, like in general CrossFit?
burning the candle at both ends?
Like a lot of people that we know and a lot of people that listen to the show are CrossFitters, and they do a lot of conditioning stuff. Can you still get stronger while doing all this aerobic stuff?
Yes.
Justin's
Keep
yes?
getting stronger.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
but do you think I could get stronger by just stopping the aerobic stuff?
Well, like I, for example, have continued getting stronger over the past 6 years while at the same time getting fitter. At no point have I ever had this alarming, oh my goodness, I'm so fit, and my strength numbers are going backwards. So I think within a certain range, with good programming and recovery, you can effectively tackle strength markers and fitness markers. There will be a certain standard of elite level strength that may be tougher to access with an equal focus on conditioning, and vice versa. Conditioning, like for example, if one of us decided that we were going to start to try and tackle this gentleman that wears the Vaporflies world record 5k time, by dedicating time to elite level strength exercises, you might not close the gap ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you could get close. And I think to keep it simple in layman's terms, CrossFit is continuously redefining what is possible for the human body to adapt to on both ends of the spectrum.
Well, the whole thing is you don't pitch up to all these events to come first. You're a general all-rounder. That's the whole idea. So I guess to answer Courtney's question, then yeah, you can get strong in the certain CrossFit window. But obviously, if you become a specialist,
Sure. I mean, does
be
Courtney
stronger.
want to be strong and fit? Or does Courtney want to go to a powerlifting competition and win?
I think
Yeah.
powerlifting competition.
Definitely. I want to pull a truck. I want to pull a truck with a rope with my teeth.
Okay. Then you should probably spend less time on the assault bike and more time putting trucks.
Yes. I was going to ask something now, but I forgot. How long do you think it takes to get strong, Matt? Say you like a little weakling man from the street, and you want to get up to a good squat. I want to squat 150. How long do you think that'll take you?
How long did it take me to get strong? I started in the whole burning candle from both ends That's how I started. Environment, and it's always been like that. I've never, very rarely I've stopped to try get strong and slow down everything. I carried on going to the warrior workouts and the kettlebell sessions. So I don't have a good number for you, but
I mean, Matt, if you actually
4-week program.
If you actually think about it, when you were training, you were never doing dedicated strength work. It was always
really
sub-maximal strength training. Like the heaviest loads that you would work with in a week was at the max was 100 kgs, 250 kg dumbbells, which is still considered sub-maximal.
So we're talking about a guy that has nothing.
Yeah.
On zero.
Just the average
4 weeks.
listener.
You think so?
4 weeks for what?
So he could PB
get
his
strong.
he could PB his 60 kilo back squat to 80 kilo back squat.
Easy.
Oh,
4
you're just
weeks.
talking about making a gain on your
Yeah.
previous. Okay.
I mean, 150 is very subjective number.
Yeah. Okay, so just to get stronger, 4 weeks of dedicated strength training, you'll be a bit
So
stronger.
that's following a 3-week squat cycle. 3-week squat cycle.
3 weeks and a test.
Provided you're not
And a
squatting
test.
like
And a deload.
a noob.
Yes, with technique. Because I think there's obviously something to be said for technique adaptation as well. Like you could probably, like if I walked in off the street, I'd probably be strong enough to squat 100, but because my technique is so bad, I can't express my strength.
It's like 80 with a bar.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. The other thing we spoke about a bit was rest. Rest is also key for growth, and I think that's something that especially CrossFitters are so scared to rest. Like especially the guys who take it like semi-seriously, like us, I guess. Take it like semi-seriously. You want to go and train every day. Whereas people who are more focused on strength training know that you can't go in every day and hit it hard. So take a break. CrossFit always used to be 3 on, 1 off. Do we still preach that 3 on, 1 off?
I think those that are more competitive are following structures that are more aligned to that. I do believe nowadays the average Joe is encouraged to train more for lifestyle than for being competitive, and therefore might not generate intensities or be exposed to volumes that require that much recovery.
Yeah. So you think the average person should train almost every day?
I think they should train every day if they feel like it.
Yeah.
I think they should take a rest if they are feeling like they're lacking motivation or energy, because that's to say that they should train every single day and not feel like they need a rest is maybe a little bit narrow-minded.
Yeah. I remember when Matt was training more seriously, he used to say like he's taking Thursdays off. Thursday is the rest day. But now that you're not doing so much volume, you're pretty much like you're very irritated if you don't get to train every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Whereas I think someone like me who's never trained at a high level, if I train every day, I'm just destroyed. Like I just can't handle that every day.
If I miss one day of training, other than my rest day, I go into like a mild depression.
Yeah.
Feel a little empty.
And then you go and do some L-sits.
Yeah, and I can't sleep. So sleeping is a problem.
Jeez.
I'll lie in bed, maybe awake for 3 hours. My body's like, you're too rested. You've got too much energy.
Too rested.
What's going on?
It's not a problem for me. I like to be too rested. Okay. And the last point that I think I wanted to talk about is varying your exercises to prevent overuse. And I think that's something that I experienced a lot before I started CrossFit, when I was just doing like Virgin Active stuff, is that I stuck to like the same sort of 3 or 4 exercises over and over, and then your shoulders get messed up because you're only lifting a certain way, and your knees get messed up because all you're doing is squatting and leg pressing all the time, and you don't build that balanced strength. So try and do that. I think that's all we wanted to talk about, except for how strong is strong enough. Let's give some numbers for men and women.
Okay,
When you think you're strong enough, let's take the average guy that weighs 80 kilos and the average girl that weighs, I don't know, what do girls weigh? 60 kilos, 65?
55 to 60 kilos.
60 kilos. So a squat, you can say, I'm a strong man. If I can squat, how much?
A strong man.
A strong man, not a
How
strong
about
man.
a human?
A strong guy.
An average Joe. You should be able to squat your body weight.
No, if you're strong. I want to
So
train. I want to be strong. I want to call myself strong. How much should I be able to squat?
Double body weight.
Double body weight.
Jeez.
So that's
big. That's very strong.
160 for an average guy. You agree with
What
that?
am I? I can't. I'm 3 kilos off double body weight squats.
Yeah. So you're not strong. You're
I'm
weak.
not strong.
You're weak. So and for ladies also double body weight.
Yeah.
Okay. So double body weight squat is good. Deadlift
More than double body weight.
2.5 times.
2.5. So for 8, 16, 200 kilo deadlift for a guy, 150 for a girl. Bench press.
Bench.
1.25.
Geez, 1.25. That's a decent bench. So for 80, what's that? 100 kilo bench. I think that's good for an 80 kilo man.
90 kilo man.
90 times 1.25. What's that?
120, 130.
No.
One.
Less than 120. 110 something.
Ah,
something.
yes.
So
I've done it.
you got it.
Maybe 1.5.
Fuck off.
Listen,
Jeez.
my bench is not my strong suit, though. I can tell you that.
1.5. That'll be 120 kilo bench for a normal guy. Ah,
Yeah.
that's big. That is
Yes.
a big bench.
135 for me. Jeez, that would be. Yeah.
Strict
That
press.
would stay on my chest.
Strict press. 0.75 body weight.
I think so. That's not bad. That sounds a little.
Also.
Yeah, that's like 61
I'd
kilos.
say body weight.
I say body weight.
Yeah.
Can you strict press your body weight?
But I think
No.
I think I'm very weak in my press. I think I should be at least. So if I weigh 90 kilos right now, I think I should be doing 85 because you can do 80,
I can do 84.
84. Yeah. So
My body weight now is 86.
86. So there we go.
Yeah, I say 1 times body weight for
But
strict
I'm
press.
not average Joe.
You
Use
got
this
the stubby arms.
Super Joe.
Yeah.
Because I can strict press 75% of body weight, so I don't think it's that good.
Okay.
But let's
Okay,
go for
body weight.
body weight.
Maybe body weight. We say body weight, and our understanding of what's strong is not strong enough.
Yes.
You know? What the fuck? We need to do some pressing.
And
Dan Bailey can strict press 107.
what?
Fuck, you know.
Really? Jeepers, that's ridiculous. Okay, strict pull up. How much weight could you hang from your waist? in a
I
strict
think you
pull-up?
should-
Like a waist. I can't
Mm.
even remember the numbers I've done, so I can't give a.
Half body weight.
Half body weight. I think that's good.
Yeah.
Was it? So okay.
45
Yeah,
kilos.
yeah.
You do 45 kilo?
I don't know. Maybe.
Ah.
I don't even remember the last time we
Yeah,
did
you
that.
you should be able to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. So
Alright.
that's all we wanted to talk about. Anything else you want to talk about in getting strong?
Getting strong. I just had a question.
Mm.
Is it wrong to be strong?
Is it wrong to be strong? Is it right to be light?
Tight.
Tight.
Is it wrong to be strong? Is it right to be tight? You tell us on Instagram.
On
That is the
Instagram.
question of the day.
Yeah. Okay. So we have any listener feedback for today, Matt?
I'm just scanning. Let me pretend like I'm trying to find something.
Yeah, he's pretending that
nothing's
he's
loaded over there. Let's look at messages. We got Eric who sent us some memes.
Memes.
2 memes.
How are we gonna
I think
read
they're
those out?
memes.
How are we gonna read those out, Eric?
People will not understand these, so he sent 2, but I liked them.
Okay, good. Thanks, Eric, for your memes.
He sent this though.
but we can't
Does
read
it?
those out.
Watch this.
High pull plus back squat.
So he snatches it, drops
Oh.
it, lands on his back, and he just stands up with it.
Jeepers. So some guy snatching, what is that?
He nearly killed himself.
145. Snatching 145. Lands on his back, and then he just stands it up from a squat.
Yes, that guy. He's
Yes.
lucky his traps caught that.
Yes, he's lucky. He could have ended up in a wheelchair.
And then Justin Swart reacted to our stories and a couple of other people. And that
Ah.
was it, so
Thanks, guys.
thanks for kind of
Thanks for
feedback.
thanks for the memes, Eric.
Quote of the day. Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic.
Yeah, I've heard that one. That's a good one.
I like that one too.
Arthur C. Clarke. I heard that somewhere. I was reading Cosmos.
I heard that when I was watching someone's thing about Doctor Strange, the movie.
Doctor
Years
Strange.
ago,
Is that
yeah.
the Avengers guy?
The Magic Man.
Huh.
Kind of Magic Man.
Technology equals no magic.
Mm.
Technology is magic.
If you don't understand it enough, it's magic.
Yes.
Okay.
But I mean, we don't know, but almost everything can be explained.
Mm.
So I think in the video I was watching, he was saying the Doctor Strange man could be true because it's just because we don't understand it.
Yeah.
But there's things 100 years ago that we didn't understand. It would look like magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
It's
thanks, guys. That's Matt's quotes of the day. If you like it, like it. I think it's cool. Outro time. Send us an email.
Yes.
noresultsmedia@gmail.com.
Correct.
Instagram.
NoRex Podcast.
Facebook.
NoRex Podcast.
Twitter.
NoRex Podcast.
Yes, and subscribe to our mailing list.
Yeah, we got 22 subscribers now.
Oh,
Maybe when it hits 100, we'll start sending mailers out.
it's quite far away. It's quite far away.
If you have a company that makes fitness products, send it to us.
Yes.
We'll test it out.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna go do some double unders in my work clothes with this new skipping rope of mine, which I've claimed. It's not Justin and Matt's.
Well, can I keep the spare cable?
You can keep the spare cable, but then I want it back when mine
When
breaks.
yours breaks.
Yeah.
Well, give me the Allen key. I want the Allen key.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, guys.
Can
we'll
I
see
have the
you next time.
packaging?
You can have the
Packaging.
package.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye. Sweet.
Yeah, we'll do some more double unders, and we've got a video.
Oh, let's get a picture
I took a picture, I think.
with us, like us three. I'll
Oh.
use it as the main. Just
Okay.
take a picture, selfie.
Of you guys.
Okay, Justin, take a selfie. Where's my rope? No results, any excuses. No, wait. There we go.
Cool.
Thank you.
We'll use that as the front cover.
Okay. That was quick.
Yeah, 1 hour.
That was
was
perfect. That's perfect.
A very quick episode.
That's how it should be. But it'll come to an hour
Yeah.
because it's been recording for an hour and 5 minutes. So you might as well crap. So
Yeah.
it might be plus the intro song and outro talking. Probably an hour, 55 minutes.
Okay. So yeah, I'll keep this. I have a rope, but I'll keep this rope anyway. And I'm gonna get
I've got
expert.
2 ropes, so you're gonna have to use it. I'll use it next time.
I've got the one that you got me in America.
Uh,
That's the one that I use.
yes, the
Froning
Froning
rope.
one.